transmission of election returns is about to wrap up. This is the One News special coverage of the national elections Bilang Pilipino 2022. I'm Charles Lejano. Let's start today with transmittal percentage already at 96.7%. If you've been watching along this entire time, we're nearing the end already, and as of 10 a.m. of May 10, we are at 96.47%. Keep that in mind as we go through the numbers here. Starting with the presidential race, of course, we have Bongbong Marcos, 30 million, over 30.6 million right now. Distant second is Leni Robredo at 14.611 million, followed by Manny Pacquiao with 3.54 million votes, and Isko Moreno with close to 2 million votes coming in at fourth place. And coming in at fifth is Ping Lacson, who garnered 873,000 votes, more or less. A couple of notes here. If you take a look at this lead of Bongbong Marcos, this is consistent with the Pulse Asia surveys, with the pre-election surveys, with the wide lead that was predicted by Pulse Asia is shown here by the actual numbers. And if we look at the final vote, we take a quick look at the 2016 presidential elections, we'll see here that the 30 million mark for Bongbong Marcos far exceeds that of the 16 million by President Rodrigo Duterte back in 2016. Right now, checking in now on the vice presidential race, talking about a lead, we have Sara Duterte with 31 million votes, followed by Kiko Pangilinan in second place at 9.1 million votes, not even a third of Sara Duterte's votes there. Third place, interestingly, we have Tito Sotto at 8.1 million votes, followed by Doc Willie Ong, Lito Atienza, and Manny Lopez in fourth, fifth, and sixth, respectively. One interesting note here, Kiko Pangilinan had always trailed Tito Sotto in the pre-election surveys that I mentioned earlier. Despite being constantly third place behind Tito Sotto, we find Kiko Pangilinan squarely at second place right now at 10 a.m. of May 10. Moving on now to the senators who have made it. Of course, we have bad boy Robin Padilla with close to 26 million votes. That's a big margin over everybody else. Well, of course, we have 23.6 million for Loren Lagarda, followed by Idol Raffy Tulfo, himself garnering around 23 million votes. In fourth, fifth, and sixth, we have Win Gatchalian, Cheese Escudero, Mark Villar. But if we skip to the bottom here, we'll find the interesting picture. We have Alan Peter Cayetano, Mig Zubiri, Testament, Joel Villanueva, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Look here, we have one remaining pink candidate, Risa Ontiveros, at 15 million, and she is sitting pretty in between 10th and 12th places, JV Ejercito and Jinggoy Estrada. If we take a look at the margin between the closest person to Jinggoy Estrada, that is, of course, Jojo Binay, close to 2 million votes separating the two, so it's becoming more and more likely that the Magic 12 will be rounded out as we see them here. Interesting note, meron tayong mga magkakamag-anak, given that these numbers are current, given this Magic 12, we have magkakamag-anak Cynthia Villar and Mark Villar, of course, the mother and son tandem. We have Pia and Alan Peter Cayetano, who are, of course, siblings. And we have number 10 and 12 here, JV and Jinggoy, who are half siblings. And just another interesting note, we have our current leader, Robin Padilla, who has currently surpassed Cynthia Villar's votes of 25 million back in 2019. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, out of all the opposition bets, we have the sole opposition bet, Ms. Risa Ontiveros, squarely in 11th place. Meanwhile, several candidates running for local positions have been declared as winners. Benjamin Magalong has been re-elected as the mayor of Baguio City after garnering over 64,000 votes. Re-electionists Baguio Representative Marquez Go and Vice Mayor Faustino Oloan also won. Over in the city of San Juan, Francis Zamora has been proclaimed the winner of the mayoralty race as he got over 66,000 votes, a landslide victory over his opponent Jun Usman, who got just around 9,400 votes. Voters of Pasig City, meanwhile, handed Mayor Vico Soto another win in his re-election bid, as Soto won by a large gap of nearly 300,000 votes against outgoing Vice Mayor Io Bernardo. Incumbent Makati Mayor Abby Binay has also been voted again by the majority of the voters in her city, as she got over 235,000 votes as compared to the 11,000 of her opponent for the post, Joel Hernandez. Moving on to Valenzuela City, where Wes Gatchalian replaced his brother Rex as the mayor. Wes is the sitting representative of Valenzuela City's 1st District in Congress. Meanwhile, Marikina City Mayor Marcy Teodoro has secured his 3rd term in office as he led the mayoral race in the city with over 183,000 votes, while Doc Marian Andres won vice mayor. Some presidential candidates have released post-election messages as the transmission of election returns draws to a close. In a tweet, Senator Ping Lacson said he is going home, and he says he will also enjoy peace and quiet as a reward for himself. Lacson is currently in the 5th spot in the presidential race. Meanwhile, Dr. Jose Montemayor thanked his supporters and all those who helped in his campaign. Montemayor is currently last among the 10 candidates for president. We have some breaking news. Senate President Tito Soto has conceded in the vice presidential race. In a statement, he says he accepts the will of the people. And that's the latest on the 2022 elections at this hour. Stay tuned for more updates on the results and other election-related stories. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News, all sides, all the time.